Here's an explanation of the Math 4 homework, page 40, number 1. The problem gives us a diagram which has all the information we're going to need in it. Part A asks us for, let's look at the given information first. In the diagram at the right, the line AD, which is this one right here, EC, which is this one right here, and FG, which goes from point F right there down to point G right there, all intersect at point B, and we can see that AD is perpendicular to EC, as shown by the little red square right there. So part A says, what is the measure of angle DBC? Well, since AD is perpendicular to EC, we can say that DBC is a right angle. We prove that. If with two intersecting lines, if one of the angles is a right angle, then all four of the angles are right angles. So DBC, DBE, and ABE are all going to be right angles, and their measurements are all 90 degrees. In part B, suppose that the measure of angle 1 equals 27. Measure of angle 1 equals 27 degrees. That means that angle 2 in here, since we know that ABE is 90 degrees, we can say that the measure of angle 2 equals 90 minus 27, which is 63, right? Once we have that, let's see, we can also say that the measure of angle FBD, that's FBD, instead of being 90 minus 27, is this 90 degree angle plus the 27, so that's the measure of angle FBD equals 90 plus 27, so that's going to be 117 degrees. Getting rid of some of that. The last one here is measure of angle EBG. Angle of EBG depends on the vertical angle theorem a little bit. We can see that the measure of angle 2 right here is a vertical angle to DBG, so this angle DBG must be congruent to angle 2, and angle 2 we saw was 63. So this EBG, let me draw that in EBG, that angle right there has to equal 90 plus 63, which is 153. So the measure of angle EBG, that's not a good B, that's not much better, equals 90 plus 63, which is 153 degrees. The last part that we're looking at here is, suppose that the measure of angle 2 equals 51 degrees instead of what we calculated up here. So I guess this is all gone for part B. Suppose that the measure of angle 2 equals 51 degrees. Find the measure of angle ABG. So let's see if we can spot ABG. Measure of angle ABG is right there. So we just have to go through this. If the measure of angle 2 is 51 degrees, then 90 minus 51, I believe, is 39. So the measure of angle 1 is 39. And this, right here, angle CBG, has to be vertical to this angle 1 over here, and since vertical angles are congruent, if 1 is 39 degrees, then this is 39 degrees. So angle ABG has to be 90 plus 39, which is 129. And we just found measure of angle 1 was 90 minus 51. So that was part C. Part D is the one that is really interesting, because now we're going from inductive reasoning to deductive reasoning, and the sign of that is that we are using a variable. So they give us in the problem that the measure of angle 2 is represented by the variable p instead of by some number. So because angle DBG is a vertical angle to angle FBA, this angle right here must have measurement of the same as angle 2, because vertical angles are congruent. So this is also, this angle right here is also P. So what we're looking for is the measure of angle ABG. If this angle here is P, notice that AD is a straight line, so these angles ABC, ABC, CBG, and GBD, they're not a linear pair. There's 3 of them. They're a linear trio, and they have to add up to 180 degrees. In other words, ABG and GBD are a linear pair. So we can see that this angle right here, since this is P, this angle that we're looking for here, ABG, is going to be 180 minus P. There's a couple other ways to show that. You could use the fact that angle 1 and angle 2 have to add up to 90 degrees, so angle 1 would be 90 minus P. This over here would also be 90 minus P, and you'd have 90, this right angle right here, plus 90 minus P. You'd come up with the same answer, 180 minus P. There's other ways to solve the same problem too, but any one of the methods that you use that involve vertical angles, linear pairs, and the idea of supplementary angles, angles that add up to 180, should work. Done.